Hey you guys, it's Jeffrey Howells Carpet Cleaning here today, and we're doing a single wide mobile home today here, trailer park, and we're gonna get this place all cleaned up. And walking through, again, they did a pre-vacuum, but I always go through with a Kirby vacuum cleaner and do my own pre-vacuum, just by walking around, I notice debris up against the corner of the wall, which most vacuum cleaners just aren't capable of getting. So what we've got here is a 2-bedroom, one pretty small, that living room that we just walked through, and then this hallway here. So here is the 2nd bedroom that we're going to start in with the pre-vacuum. Now, I'm going to be using a sodium carbonate peroxide product that we've been using lately in a lot of our previous videos. It works very well. It's very neutral. It's very green, and it's very eco-friendly and very effective with the peroxide in there. It really seems to give it a real good boost. However, here in the bedroom, because of the bed, the way it's been spread out here, and traffic and all that stuff kind of built around it, we want to blend it in a bit more. So we're probably going to be using a Commercial Magic by Vacaway, which is more of a high pH cleaner, just to get the dirt out around the edges. Part of it is going to be like smashed carpet padding around the bed, which is always going to cause a little bit of shadowing and discoloration just because the light isn't reflecting the same. But with the Commercial Magic, we can at least blend this in a little bit better. So that's the plan. We're going to be doing our... I'm considering moving. Well, I think I'm going to leave it at 3 phases. Our 3-phase cleaning process, which is a good pre-vacuum, our PreSpray application along with the agitation, and then the truck-mounted steam cleaning. Now, yeah, I'm not going to get into the specifics of whether or not anybody should be doing a pre-vacuum. For me, doing premium carpet cleaning, that's just a given. You always do a pre-vacuum regardless if you think it needs it or not. That is not the point. The point is that it is part of the process, part of the system, and in order to guarantee the absolute best, you got to be going through all your steps. And yes, after cleaning crews have been through, I can still fill up a Kirby bag with debris. So there's something to be said with a good pre-vacuum, with a good vacuum that is designed specifically for pulling out certain kinds of debris. Alright, I'm in the middle of the pre-vacuum process, and a couple of things that I want to point out before moving too far along, because I think they're worth noting. One being this bed area here. A lot of it is just has to do with the pressure of the bed, or the weight of the bed frame, pushing down on the carpeting and putting indentations around, and then you got light reflecting really weird and casting shadows all over the place. That's probably the #1 cause for most of this. Yeah, there might be some dirt in there, but that's the #1 cause, and the proof of it, and I always point this out to the owner when you're doing a walkthrough with the client, just so that you don't sound like you're BSing or making stuff up on the fly. If you come over here and you can feel, you know, you step here, there's a lot of carpet padding over here, and then when you move over here, you can feel that there's hardly any carpet padding over here. So there's a dramatic drop of a lot of carpet padding to a bunch of smashed down carpet padding over here. So that is the main cause for that. So if you're looking for something to use to try to convey to your customer what or why things are looking the way that they are, that right there is a pretty good tool that you can use that causes them to be able to visualize what's going on. The other, when you're doing a pre-vacuum, it is very important to do an edge out. And what that is that you just take your vacuum cleaner and you go across along the floorboards of all the walls, because I have absolutely no idea if the average homeowner does this with their vacuum cleaner or not. Most vacuum cleaners have one particular side that is specified specifically for edging out rooms and along the wall, and I think most people aren't even aware of it. I think they just come at it perpendicular, this way, which pushes up any debris and stuff up along the walls, and that's why you get, sometimes that is the cause of the filtration lines, is that they're just not getting vacuumed. So in my opinion, it's pretty crucial just to go along the walls and do an edge out. So we go ahead and we try to do that in every single room that we go into, because there's always debris along the walls, regardless of, again, if there was a cleaning crew through here, if the homeowner went through here and vacuumed, whatever, there's always debris along the baseboard. So I mean, that is a telltale sign that you need a high-powered vacuum just to go through and do what they are not capable of doing. So that is a reason for why I do a pre-vacuum, period. That's just a given. Call it a I don't know what you would call that, if you would. Yeah, anyways, I do a pre-vacuum regardless if the carpets look like they need them or not. That's just, one of the steps that I do in the cleaning process. It has to be done. Okay, we're getting ready to move on to phase 2, because we just completed phase 1 with a very thorough pre-vacuum to get as much debris up as possible. And as you saw, we got a pretty large loaded Kirby bag there of just dust and debris and things like that. And the carpets, some vacuums are very good at picking Cheerios up off the carpet, and then others actually pull the debris and dirt out from underneath the carpet surface. So we're moving right along. So the persona that kind of plagues the carpet cleaning industry is that all carpet cleaning is the same, and you just go with the cheapest service. However, that is not the case whatsoever. I'm kind of going through here. I'm showing you premium carpet cleaning. The phase 2 that we're moving into right now consists of 2 parts. It's a PreSpray that we're putting down, and then part B of that is going to be the agitation that we are going to use with our cylindrical brush machine. Now, this is going to be 100% overkill, because there's absolutely no reason why we need to be using these rotating brushes to agitate the cleaning solution into the fibers of the carpeting, when a brush like this is 100% more than suitable of doing the job for us. However, we're wanting to demonstrate premium carpet care here, and what makes this better than other carpet cleaning methods. Say we had an animal or a cat or something in here that had matted hair in the carpeting itself. Chances are your vacuum, any vacuum, is not going to be so great at pulling that matted hair out. However, a machine like this, because of the long nylon brushes it has, it's actually able to scoop down into the carpeting and pull that matted hair up and deposit that hair into the collection reservoir container there. And it works very well. So in areas that need to be groomed for animal hair, I will use this and go back and forth, and then turn around and go perpendicular in another direction, and just thoroughly groom the carpeting, and continue to do so until I notice that it's picking up less and less and less, and preferably just keep going until it's not picking up any more hair, and then that is an indicator that you've got all the hair out. In most situations it only needs a couple passes, but there are cases where it's been severely neglected for a long time and you literally need to go over the place like 8-10 times just to get all the hair out. And I filled up 5-gallon buckets, containers with cat hair. Absolutely disgusting mess to think that you're actually living in those sort of conditions and breathing that stuff in 24/7 or however long you're in the house. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to fire this multi-sprayer up, and we're going to spray our sodium carbonate solution. I decided we're not going to put down the Commercial Magic or a high pH product over here because I don't think it's going to benefit us, especially after walking through and noting how matted down and smashed down the carpet is here. I don't think it's dirt. I think it's all shadowing for the most part. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and generously apply our solution, and then we will follow it up with part B, which is the mechanical agitation of the CRB. And if you're a carpet cleaner who uses a multi-sprayer to do your spraying like I do, preferably I like it because I can, I'm not doing a huge quantity, so most of the time it doesn't really do me any good to make up a whole hydro force of cleaner if I'm not going to be using that much. So what I do is I really do like the multi-sprayer because you can make it up in these 2-gallon jugs that I have in the sink here and make up your product, and you just swap out the product that you're needing to use at a particular job, because depending on what I'm cleaning, I'm constantly changing up my my cleaning products. I have multiple products that I use. But anyways, one tip that I want to point out, if you want to be careful if you do this, what I do is I take my products that I can do this safely with, and I'll pre-make it up in a little bottle like so. I found out that the Gatorade bottles seem to work pretty well because they're pretty thick plastic, and so I have this concentrate made up all ready to go into a 2-gallon jug. So all I got to do on the site is take out that jug and dump it into the bottle, and it's ready to go. However, you want to make sure that if your product oxidizes, you want to make sure that you don't cause an explosion that will blow the bottle up. This does oxidize a little bit because of the peroxide and stuff that's in there, but it doesn't oxidize huge like if you're making up a urine product or something. And that stuff just oxidizes like crazy and will literally blow up 2-liter bottles and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So with that said, I usually will leave some extra air in there so that it can expand if it needs to. I just observe what's happening to find out, hey, can I get away with doing this? And so far it looks like I'm pretty safe by doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and make up some more solution and be ready to go here. Hey, we're moving into part B of phase 2, which is the mechanical agitation process that we're taking right now. Now this machine here, most people have never even seen a machine like this. However, when you do see it, it's pretty obvious what it does, and in your brain, in your mind, you can visualize, and then things start clicking and you can see, ooh, agitation, scrub the floor, cleaning solution gets distributed throughout all the fibers, you break residue and things loose. It makes a lot of sense. However, as a carpet cleaning professional, I actually had to invest in this machine. It was probably about $3,000 at the time. I believe costs may have come down slightly. This is the largest of the different CRBs that they make, so this is obviously the most expensive model. But anyways, when you go through a house, you're doing a far superior job with the scrubbing and agitation. I've watched videos of cleaners going through, and they only put pre-spray down on certain areas of the house, which I think is kind of ridiculous. because they're just rinsing the carpets with water, and they're putting a little bit of soap here and there where they think it needs to be. Personally, for myself, I think that the entire place needs to be pre-sprayed from wall to wall, and that it needs to be agitated well. So that's what we do for our premium carpet cleaning package, is that we go ahead and we do all those things. Okay, so I just went through and I finished up our phase 2, which is our application of our pre-spray and agitation in the rooms here, and you can see pretty much a night and day difference. Now, let's come back into this back bedroom. This is where the bed and stuff was, and you can see how well we were able to blend all of that in there. One thing I do want to point out is that I do offer multiple 3 variants of carpet cleaning. Premium being top of the line, and then I do have a maintenance cleaning. So if we were to stop cleaning right now, the cleaning solution that I use is an eco-friendly soapless cleaning solution, so it doesn't leave any residue or anything on the carpet, but it will detach residue things and obliterate them and take out dirt and all that sort of stuff. So if we went ahead and we just left the carpets like this and let them dry, they're gonna remain like this. And then we did the very thorough vacuum and everything. So that there's a maintenance clean. Typically, I wouldn't recommend a maintenance clean in a scenario that the carpets haven't been professionally steam cleaned first. However, this to me looks really nice, but we're going up and beyond just because I'm wanting to demonstrate a bunch of the work that we're doing here. We want all the spots that you're here in the hallway here are completely rubbed out and gone. However, there are some things along the and under the washer and dryer and things here that obviously we can't get to just because of their obstacles. But you can see that the cleaning solution and the process that we take to clean the carpets work very well. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out here. I've got to make up some more pre-spray, but I'm really wanting to do a night and day comparison with just how rat nasty all this stuff is around here. So I have a feeling it's going to look really, really nice. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to make up some more solution, and then we'll go ahead and apply our pre-spray in here and give it a good scrub with that CRB or cylindrical brush machine, and then yeah, we'll take a look at some comparisons then. I went ahead and I put our pre-spray solution pretty heavily down in this area, and as you can see, it's already pretty much chewing away at a lot of this debris and gunk that's in the carpeting. Now, what I'm going to do, probably allow it a few seconds to dwell on the carpeting. In this scenario, it's not as important as other scenarios where you need to allow a bunch of dwell time, but we are going to super accelerate the dwell time with the mechanical agitation. So that's one thing that if you don't have the mechanical agitation, you got to go with more dwell time just to allow the chemical product to work in the carpeting. And as you can see, it even looks better now than it did when we first started filming. So we're going to go ahead and fire this guy up, and I'm going to go over this area, and geez, all the spots are completely vanishing. So darn, I was hoping to do some magic eraser sort of work here. Alright, and you saw how hammered it was in here, and this right now, I went through and I think I pretty much hit every single spot and got everything scrubbed out of here. Again, I was just stress testing stuff to see how much I can actually get through. And basically doing a maintenance style cleaning, we were able to get all the garbage and stuff out of here. So this looks very clean to me as of right now. I would be extremely happy if I was a customer and I just was having maintenance cleaning done, and I went from a disaster in here to having practically brand new looking carpets. There is some darkening. There is going to be some wear because I have no idea how old these carpets are. They're probably at least pushing maybe 8 to 10 years, my guess. I don't know. But we are going to extract these as well because there's probably some subsurface level dirt in there that's causing some of the darkness along the transition areas here. And that's one area that I always am very what's that word for something that's on, you do it with an intent, you do it because you know that this is an area that is most likely susceptible to wear and debris and just the dirt and gunk coming off of your shoes and everything. So I'm always aware just to do a very good cleaning along here. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to do the same process. We're going to take our pre-spray. We'll probably put down a full gallon or so in here, and it will look just as good as in here. I mean, there is some wear in here, but the wear is nowhere as near as to what was in here. And if it looks this good in here, you can pretty much bank on the fact that it's going to look pretty good out in here as well. Okay, I got our hoses running in and we're ready to begin phase 3, but before we do that, I wanted to kind of point out what we were able to accomplish in phase 2 with the soil suspension process. As you can see, all of the spills and drips and everything are completely vanished right now. So yeah, if we were to leave the carpets in this condition with a what we would call a VLM for very low moisture cleaning, or a restoration cleaning, maintenance cleaning is what it's referred to a lot of times, I would be completely 100% satisfied with the work that we were able to do on this place. I believe that this is very ready to move in quality cleaning, and I am very happy. These are dents that are in the carpet, so there's nothing we can do about that for now. But anyways, the rest of it looks absolutely awesome. So we're gonna go ahead. Our water in the truck was up to about 200 degrees before I came in here and started talking, so we're probably up a little bit more than 200 right now. Fully heated, we do get to about 240. Typically I like it around 230. That's where I usually keep it most of the time. According to the IICRC, they say a max of 230. I do know in those days that was written, I know that the majority of carpeting in the homes were nylon. Nowadays the majority of them have flip-flopped and now it's polyester. Polyester is more tolerant to heat than nylon is. So if you do a fiber check and you notice that there's polyester carpeting, you're safe to probably turn that water up to like 280 or more. I have no idea how hot you can rinse with polyester, but I know sometimes I'm rinsing around 240 with polyester. I believe that mine pretty much maxes out on heat around 240, 245, so it works fine for that purpose. So anyways, we will be cleaning with 2 to 230 degree water today. So I'm going to go ahead and hook up our hose to our wand out here, and then we will be ready to begin to steam out. Okay, that was a premium carpet cleaning. Now, one thing I want to state is that I want my quality of cleaning that I do to reflect who I am and not the price that I charge. So, premium carpet care at this caliber reflects the quality, and my character inside is, you know, I want to be the best that I possibly can be, and then I hope that that is displayed on the outside as well in the work that is performed.